I've been asked this a couple of times. Um, how did I start homeschooling in Colorado? Well, I started back in 2021 during COVID. Now, if your child is in school, one thing that you can do is go ahead and complete the exit paperwork at their school. They have the forms already there ready, and it would take nothing for you to just go to the school and complete this paperwork. Now, if your child has not started school yet. My son was 6 years old. So, students age 6 by August the 1st until they turn 16 must file a notice of intent annually. Under homeschool law, although you must file a notice of intent at age 6, teaching is not required until age 7. Do it 2 weeks before you actually start your curriculum or teaching them or any whatever your choice of education is. So, Colorado students have had school choice for more than 2 decades, and hundreds of thousands of families use it every year. I go through D49 district for homeschooling, and I love this district. There are so many supplementary programs, activities that they can get into, from college prep down to kids focusing in on aerospace and aeronautics studies. There's just so much that is here in D49 that you're able to take advantage of as a parent of whether you're teaching kindergarten all the way up to high school. So here is the Falcon Homeschool Program website. You could either join the homeschool program or you can go ahead and do your own thing. I am more of an eclectic homeschooler. I don't follow a curriculum to the T. I have a curriculum that I use to structure my homeschool, but overall, I am very much so unschooling. We go through seasons of homeschool, is what I like to call it. When we start in September, we are a lot more structured, and it's easier for me to construct their schedules based off of their curriculum with our and also adhering to a schedule. But by the time December rolls around, Christmas time, and Kwanzaa. Once those times come around January is when we do more unschooling and focusing in on what we're all interested in. I'm learning just along with them. So here we have it, Falcon Homeschool website, Colorado homeschool laws. Number one, decide who will be homeschooling your child. The state of Colorado gives parents three options for the teacher of record. Option one, parents or guardians will be the teacher of record. Option two, students will school at home under the provision of an independent or umbrella school, and they will be the teacher of record with the state. Or option three, a Colorado certified teacher will be homeschooling and the teacher on record. No requirements follow. Now, here for us, I am the primary teacher. Now, my husband, he does help me and assist with any kind of projects that we might have going on, especially when it comes to gardening. We garden as a family. So, but here on record, I am listed as the teacher on record. Now, also notifying a school district. So, usually your district of residence that you are homeschooling, this is the notice of intent form. Here, you would actually click this button and it'll come up the notice of intent that I was telling you about that you would actually need to complete in order to basically say that you are a homeschooling parent, you are a homeschooling family. And so here, the homeschool statute requires parents to provide 14 days notice before starting a home-based education program and annually thereafter. So it says here also that you can file this notice with any district of your choosing in the state. And this notice normally requires you to put your name, your kid's name, what year they'll be starting, and what ages that they are. The next is teaching the required subjects. So here, my curriculum covers all of this and more. So my curriculum is Kamali Academy. It is a Afrocentric curriculum that I've chosen, and it is also online. But here it says to teach your children the required subjects, which are teaching them reading, writing, math, speaking, history, literature, science, civics, and even the United States Constitution. We go over all of this and more, like I said, in my curriculum. And most curriculums do go into these subjects a lot more and a lot deeper. And you're also required to do 172 days of instruction, averaging 4 hours per day. For my kiddos, for my second grader, his attention span is about that of a fly. So he typically uh, works around 2 hours a day. That's on a really lucky day, really, where he's completely focused. But I put documentaries in there, outdoor play, things like that to really make up for the rest of that 4 hours in a day. Now, and for my fourth grader, she is a lot more attentive, and she likes taking tests. She likes reading and doing reading comprehension. So for her, I would say that we do actually probably meet closer to the 4 hours per day with her. And my high schooler, she is pretty much very independent. She's an independent learner, and she's an independent worker. So she does what's needed to be completed for the week on her own. And then we go over and meet once a week where we go over what her assignments were and what she actually was able to complete, and just really just going over a complete review of her week and what she ended up doing. Keep good records. I have a homeschooling planner where I keep my attendance records, test scores, evaluation results, and I don't have immunization records on me, but they're always available online through our pediatrician. Now, if there is any cause of concern, typically a superintendent would uh, kind of do a review of your homeschool. They'll check your homeschool records, and they will normally give you about a 14 days notice. So that goes without saying. You know, if you're homeschooling, put in the work, dedicate your time and all of your energy into being a homeschool mom and a parent. Also, there is testing that is required here to homeschool in the state of Colorado. On every odd year, starting with the third grade, you will be required to take a California assessment test. And that's not the only test you have to take. Not that you have to take, but that's not the only test that you can take. There are a bunch of different evaluations that you could go through, but the CAT test is the main one that most homeschooling parents in Colorado do end up taking. Students must be assessed with a nationally standardized achievement test or by a qualified person to determine if they have been made sufficient academic progress according to their ability. So for third, fifth, seventh, ninth, and 11th grade, you must be tested and evaluated. Now, what to do with the test or evaluation results? The results must be submitted to either the school district to which you sent your notice of intent, or you may choose to submit the results to an independent or parochial school within the state of Colorado. If you do not send the results to school to which you sent the notice of intent, you must inform that school where you sent the test or evaluation results. If D49 is the district in which you homeschool, please send testing to this email, registration@d49.org. I do this every year. Every year that my kids have testing, yes, but I also submit a notice of intent every year. What may happen if your student does not make adequate progress according to the law? Now, here, if a child does not score above the 13th percentile on one of these tests, they can be given another type of or another version of the same test. If the score is below the 13th percentile, the school district will get involved and they will require the parent to place the child in public, independent, or parochial school until the next testing period. If an evaluation demonstrates that a child is not making progress in accordance with his or her ability, the school district can require the children's parents to place the child in a public, independent, or parochial school until the next testing period. Now, I'm not sure how often that this does happen, but that's why I say it is very important for you to keep all of your records. Um, Even if they're giving you 14 days notice, I know what some people are thinking, like, oh, I can just go ahead and, fill in some dates. No, just stay on top of it. It really isn't that much of a burden. You don't want to get in trouble here with homeschooling. You want to follow the law, and you want your kids to be successful in it. And also, this also holds them and you accountable. Um, I mean, Colorado laws to me make very good sense. And if anyone is still considering it, you can feel free to go visit my Patreon. I do help parents get started with homeschooling and also to stay motivated.